Hello, welcome back everybody. Today we will need a yoga block and a Pilates booty band. You will lay back on your yoga block right in between your shoulder blades and have it short waist. Bring your knees into your chest. And let's start with some spinal mobility, some opening up of the spine. So grabbing onto the back of the knees, pulling the knees in towards the chest, lay all the way back, drop your head towards the floor, and then tuck the chin to lift back up. So we're looking for a nice opening between the shoulder blades, applying pressure between there so we can open and kind of wake up the spine and the core as we do this. Inhale to go back. Maybe open up the knees as you fall and then pull the knees back together to lift you up. Inhale, open up the knees, drop the shoulders, the head to the floor, lift from the chest, lift from the belly button, bring the knees in, lift the head. Let's keep moving through this. Inhaling, open the knees, opening up the spine and the shoulder blades, waking up the neck, waking up everything that we can. Start to straighten your legs out to hover the floor and then bring the knees back in line with the hips. Now the arms can be fingertips to the floor, maybe just hovering off the floor. Your shoulder blades are still pressing into that block and you're trying to keep that belly button digging to your spine, your rib cage kissing. So think of your right rib cage and your left one just meeting in the center and kissing each other and then dropping down into your spine. Maintaining that as the knees straighten out, you push away, hover the floor, and then bring the knees back up to the sky and in line with your hips. Nothing else changes. The neck is long. You're holding an orange underneath your chin, balanced on your chest, and breathing and noticing what can I do to really maintain through this. Now bring the legs to hover and we're going to lift 2 inches off the floor and lower back down. As you're lifting the legs, you're lifting the chest, and it's almost like you're trying to fold yourself like a piece of paper in half. Lifting from the chest, lowering from the chest. Nothing else is helping you aside from your core to bring the legs in. Good. Now remove the block from behind your shoulders to in between your knees, and we're going to get into some crunches. Bring your hands behind your ears, pull the elbows back. Take your feet off the floor and bring your elbows towards your knees. Then release and do not let the legs touch the floor. Rather, think of your tippy toes touching the floor. Good. Everything comes in together. Lift the chest, lift the knees, and everything drops. Shoulders, head to the floor, tippy toes to the floor at the same time. Crunching, turning into a little ball as you lift, and lengthening and lowering, and you're feeling that lengthening in your core, in those deep abdominal, I can't speak. You know what? Your entire stomach is burning, and look for that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you lift from the chest, from the belly button. Now take the block away from the knees into your palms, lift the chest up 1 more inch, and we're going to straighten the right leg to the sky and the left leg to hover. Come back in, both knees bend. Switch, straighten out the right leg to hover the floor, left leg to the sky. So we're going to keep alternating, making this L shape with the legs, 1 leg hovering, 1 leg going to the sky, and then coming back where those knees are bent in line with your hips. Now as those legs are switching, can you lift from your chest to reach for your top leg and come back in? That leg that's going to the sky, you're trying to touch those toes. You exhale to lift. You inhale to come back down. Now you're still bracing in your core, so you're pulling that belly button down. You're pulling the rib cage together. Keep both legs straight now and go over to that side where your leg is straight to the sky. So as the right leg goes to the sky, reach over to the outside of your leg and switch to the other side. Trying to keep the shoulders off the floor as you switch side to side. Maybe lifting up 1 more inch each side that you go, and exhaling as you switch. Good. We're still kind of pressing in between the block, making pressure. Now stay on the left side and pulse up 1 inch, down 1 inch. I know it's burning. Keep going for 3, 2, switch over to the other side. Let's pulse for 3, not for long, 2, and 1, come in, rest. Not too shabby. Okay, now let's come on up And we will turn around, get into all fours. The block is going to go between the knees now, making it long ways vertical, squeezing the knees into the block. That way it can get off the floor when we lift our knees off the floor. So tuck your toes, palms are right underneath your shoulders, and use your core, tuck your tailbone, and start to do some cat-cow before we start. Just kidding. I thought we were going to lift our knees, but not yet. So let's do some cat-cows. Arching the back, look up, inhale, exhale, round the spine, pull the belly button to the sky. You're being super mobile and fluid in your spine, so you know what it feels like when your core is engaged. Now keep the belly button tight to your spine and lift the knees off the floor, and then come back down to tap. You're lifting and dropping the knees by your core engaging. So can you lift your belly button to the sky? And you do that so much and so much effort in your core that your knees happen to lift. Good. Last 3 coming up. You tap the floor, lift from the belly button. Good. Last one coming up, lift the knees off the floor, press back into a pike. Hips are up to the sky, arms are long, heels are pressing towards the floor. Shift forward. 1 knee tap. Tap the floor, extend the legs, come back into your pike. Heels are drawing towards the floor. Good. So we're looking for a stretch in the back of the legs when we get into that pike. What's the point if we're not stretching, right? So look for the stretching underneath your shoulder blades, underneath your armpits, and right behind you in your heels. Oh, excuse me, hold on. Okay, you keep going. We're getting into that pike to knee tap, moving slow and controlled and just noticing your body, noticing how things feel. How does the body feel today? Is it a little sore or you're ready to go? You're fluid. We stretch through that and we're aware through it. Cool. Now stay back in that pike position. Take your right hand to reach to the outside of your left foot. Come back to center. And let's do the other side. Left hand to the outside of your right foot. Now again, we're looking for stretching here. Yes, you're using your core to keep you from falling to the floor, but mostly we're looking for a stretching in the lower back, right in the spine. It's just kind of being fluid here, and underneath the armpits and the back of the legs, really. Just everything is really warming up before we really get into this work. I know you thought that we started, but that was our warm-up. Okay, now just knee taps. Tap the knees toward the floor, come back up. Right now, it's just my block hitting the floor. Why is English hard today? So just see what's hitting the floor. If whatever's happening first, that's what you do. If it's the block or it's the knees, just make sure there's a lot of control and you're not moving the hips too much. It's just the knees tapping and pushing back. Good. And sit back, relax, take a second. Okay, now let's find our booty band. Adjust yourself, do what you need to do. We're gonna put the booty band over the knees and we're gonna start to isolate one side of the body. So right now we have already warmed up and used our core. Moving forward, that's all we care about, with plus one more thing, and that's going to be one side of the body. So let's take our left hand to the top of our block. We're going to have the block vertical going long ways, and then keep your left knee on the floor as well. Engage the core around the spine, lift the right leg and the right arm to the sky, open up the chest towards me or towards the right side of the room. Once you're there and you find control, drop the hand back down towards the floor. So we're going to keep the hands in line with each other when they're on the floor, and then stack them one on top of the other when you're lifting up to the sky, the ceiling. Now you'll notice my toes hit the floor when I drop. They lift in line with my hip when I come up. So we're adding a lot of rotation through the spine and almost thinking like you're doing like a side plank when you lift. The leg lifts, the arm lifts at the same time. That side of the body is active, it's moving simultaneously. Now stay open, right foot stays on the floor. Take your left leg to go in front of the right leg. Keep the hips up nice and high. You're in a side plank. Left hand on the block, right arm up. Now bend at the knees to bring the hands between the knees and back out. Drop the hand. Lift the right hand back up to the sky. Let's start over. Bend at the knees, bring the hand between the knees. Straighten back out. Drop your right hand to the floor. Your chest looks at the floor. Twist back up, side plank. Now, as you're bending the knees, you're sinking your hips to the floor like you want to sit on the floor. That's what's going to help you get down. Good. And then you push back to get your shoulders in line with the block. Good. You know what's really active here? Your core that has been burning since minute 1. You're using that burn to teach you it's on. And if it's on, we're using it, and that's a good sign. So you want to stay through that tension, through that burn. We don't lose it. We use it. Good. Bending at the knees, sinking the hips down, straighten back out. Right hand now threads the needle. Good. Bend at the knees, sit down, come back up. So we'll do 1 threading of the needle. Reach back up to the sky, bend at the knees, hand falls between the knees, and straighten back out. Good. Now come back to center. We're going to go into a regular plank. Lift the right leg up to the sky, drop it, open up, side plank. 1 leg lift with the right leg, drop it back down, side plank, lift the right arm to the sky. At this point, your left shoulder and left arm cannot stand you right now. And that is good. It is strengthening, it is getting stronger, and it's having this awareness and this belief that I can carry you. That's what you're teaching it. I can carry you no matter what. Good. Right leg to the sky, drop. Right arm to the sky, open up. Beautiful. Good. Last one coming up, right arm to the sky, drop it back down to the floor, lift the right leg up to the sky, and now drop your left knee to the floor. Bring the right leg to the sky for a push-up. Come back up, right toes hit the floor, straighten out your left leg, kick the right leg again. So it's going to be 1 right leg kicking up to the sky. Keep the right leg to the sky when you push up. Kick the right leg up to the sky. Ready? Bend the left knee, drop to the floor. Right leg to the sky as you push up, tuck your right toes, straighten out the left leg, right leg kicks. Drop the left knee. Right leg is up for your push-up. It's always going to be the one that flies. Straighten out the left leg, kick the right leg to the sky. Drop. Left knee down, right leg up as you push up. Use that same right leg again. What are we going to do? Kick it, lift, drop it down. Left knee hits the floor so you can use that right leg. Keep the left knee on the floor, right leg to the sky, just push-ups. Can you keep that right leg so high that you feel your right glute burning to keep your leg up? You're using that glute, that muscle, talk to it, to keep your leg high and active. You're dropping the chest to the floor by bending the elbows and flaring them east and west, right and left, and then pressing yourself back up. Can you really think of your chest doing this work? Pressing through your palms. Good. Drop the right knee down. Let's lay on to the left hip. Straighten out your legs at an angle in front of you. Take your left elbow to the floor, your forearm to the floor, and we're going to do side leg lifts. So we're going to rock onto our hip when we're on the side. Then can you lean back onto your glute to lift your legs off the floor? It's almost like a rock and roll. What? A rock and roll motion. Words are very hard today, y'all. Bear with me. Lift, go back, and come back to center. So you'll notice the whole spine twists so you can lift the legs up, and then you untwist the spine to come back to your starting point, your side plank looking thing. The weight, the block overhead, just kind of acts as something that you can use to reach up and lift high. Now keep your left hand on top of the block and straighten out your right arm and walk it away from you. Bend the elbow and lift back up. So that bottom elbow, your left elbow is hitting the floor and then straightening back out. Now you'll notice me kind of adjusting because I want to make sure that my shoulder is in a good position where it doesn't feel like it's hurting because I'm doing something wrong, but it's hurting because I'm using it. We're also using that tricep as well. Using the block, the hand that's on the block to kind of just rock and roll us down and up, kind of like a seesaw. You'll notice that my feet stay off the floor the entire time. And that adds into that seesaw component. Good. The core is active so that you don't fall to the floor. You're light and high to the sky as you're going down and up. So we're not dumping our weight down. Good. Keep your left arm behind you. You're going to have that right knee bent and the foot to the floor, keeping the left leg long. Press your hips up off the floor and drag your left foot towards you to help you lift. Good. Then drag it away to drop. Press into the palm, lift the hips to the sky, and lower back down. Reach that right arm to the sky and straighten it as you lift. Bend as you come down. Now, I know this one sucks. I was literally like, what is happening right now? You have maybe 1 or 2 left. Lift hips, drop the hips. Find control. The shoulder's gonna burn. It's almost done. Good. And drop. Beautiful. Grab your band. Let's put it over the knees. I know those last ones, I told myself, why would you do that? That was insane. But it felt like it needed to happen. So tomorrow you're gonna really feel it. Let's get down onto the knees. Let's take the block over to your left palm and take your left palm on top of the block and walk your knees back behind you until they're in line with your hips. Straighten out your right leg and take your toes to the floor. Now let's take the block to the higher point, to the next level. Keeping your left palm pressing into the block, your right hand pressing into the floor, lift your right leg off the floor, pushing the back of your leg into the band so that you can lift from the glute. Your leg is only lifting because your glute is active. Now, as you're doing this, make sure your lower back is rounded, your belly button's kissing your spine, your rib cage is kissing and going up to your spine as well. Now take your left hand off the block and we're going to lift the left arm forward to match your right leg lifting at the same time. Everything lifts, arm and leg, then drop it back and tap. The leg stays straight, the arm stays straight. All that's happening is your toes and your fingers are tapping the floor. Lift everything straight up, lower and tap. If you don't have a band, doesn't matter. You create the tension as if you have a band over your leg. Good. Belly button still pulling to your spine. I don't want to see your stomach pushing out. Good. Now wrap your left arm behind your back and pulse the leg only up an inch, down an inch. Keep pulling your shoulder blade back, that left one. Keep pulling the shoulder back and release to drop. Okay, now let's shake it off. We're going to take the block over to the right side of the mat and come up to stand. We're going to adjust the band and we're going to start to isolate this right leg a little bit more. So take your right foot on top of the block, get a little higher, and we're going to take the left foot behind us as far back as we can and then tap the toes back in line with the block. Stretch the band out, tap the toes back and back in. Now you'll notice I'm not doing a lunge, right? I'm just trying to take that left leg as far back as I can without transferring the weight from my right leg. My right leg is burning, my right glute is burning specifically, and I'm trying to stay exactly where I am with my body, and just the left leg flies away and comes back in. I have a slight hinge in me, so I had the shoulders and the chest looking slightly at the floor. That's just gonna add an extra stretch to the glute. Good. Now come on up on this next one. Let's drop into a lunge. As you come up, take that left foot back in line with the block, step it back. Drop into your lunge, step in. So we'll do some lunge step-ins as you straighten up and lift. Good. Still pushing the glute back to sit into that imaginary chair behind us. Push the hips back, push, 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 and pull back in. You're trying to stretch your glutes open to drop your butt into the chair. Good. Beautiful. Okay, now on this next one, let's add to it. Drop down into your lunge on this next one. Come back up, don't move your foot. Now take the foot out to the left, back to the right, down into your lunge. So now the foot's never going to come in towards the block anymore. It's going to stay behind us. Drop into your lunge, come back up. Take the foot over to the left side of the mat, come back to center. Down into your lunge. Come up from the lunge. Take the left foot out to the left, back to where it was. Drop down into your lunge. Good. The foot never goes forward, it stays back. And we're just kind of moving it a little to the left and back to center. Still with the hinge, still with the using of that right glute. The right glute should be burning because you're digging your left heel and your toes very hard into that block to find more tension, to find a little more pain. Good. Now bring that left knee into your chest, step it back behind us for a curtsy. So now every time you go into your lunge, your left knee should be like almost in line with your right knee behind you. And that's how you'll know you're in a curtsy, almost like you're bowing down to somebody. Now, if your band starts to slide up or down or fold and gets annoying, just don't mind it. Try to keep moving because we just built all this tension and we don't want to lose it. So if you can, please keep moving through it. If it's too much and you're like, this band is ripping my leg hairs, then take off the band. And then you'll join us. Good. Keeping the heel of that right heel pressing hard into the block. Still being very light with that left foot when you land it on the floor. Don't transfer that weight anywhere else. Good. I'm just testing this out for you, but let's keep the crossed leg, the curtsy, and lift the leg off the floor and the arms at the same time. You lift, reach, come back in. Now the left glute is kind of squeezing and pushing back, but the right glute's feeling this the most. The right glute is burning so that you don't fall. Good, it's maintaining your balance. Lift and lower, beautiful, almost out of these. Core is still engaged. Beautiful. Now keep this one up in pulse for 3, for 2, and 1. Drop down. Good. Now let's take the band off and we do this thing all over again. Yeah. Okay, other side. Sorry, the camera kept falling. It was so windy out. So that's why. Bring your right hand onto the block, right knee onto the floor. We're going to lift the left arm and left leg to the sky and then tap it back to the floor. So the hand and the toes tap and you open up. So think of a side plank where you get to open up your chest and your belly button and your pelvic to this left side of the room. Sorry, I had to make sure that the camera wasn't falling. I was so mad. Okay. Make your adjustments because I kept feeling like very, very unstable when I was doing this at the beginning. But the more that I was able to kind of walk my right foot back a little bit and adjust the block, I started to find it. And then it's not going to make it easier. Like, it's still hard, but now it's more where I can maintain it and not drop out of it each time. Now we'll do this one more time, lifting the leg up, the arm up, drop it back down. Let's do one more where the left foot stays on the floor. Lift the left arm up to the sky and straighten out your right leg to go in front of your left. You're in that side plank. Bend the knees, hand goes between the knees. We've done this before. Twist to go into a regular plank. Now the legs are always going to stay crisscrossed applesauce. Don't unchange that. We just twist the belly button, the spine to look at the floor, lift back up side plank, bend the knees, hand goes between the knees, come back up. Remember, the hips have to drop to the floor so that you can go towards your toes when you bend the knees. Straighten back out, lift the hips. Remember that everything is coming from the core. So if you're using like explosion or your legs or something else aside from your core bracing for you to do this, no. Use your core. Find how you moving is coming from the base of your body, your tree trunk. Good. Inhale, bend, lower. Exhale, lift. And now we thread the needle. One threading of the needle, bend the knees, lift back up side plank, thread the needle. Good. We won't be here for long. I know that right arm is in a lot of pain, a lot of tension. And this is how you tell yourself, it's working. We're doing a good job. You have 2 more to go, so please try to stay in it as much as you can. Good. Thread the needle, slow and controlled, lift back up to the sky, bend at the knees, bring it back up, and twist the body towards the floor. Left hand is on the floor, right hand is on the block. Lift your left leg up to the sky, drop it, side plank, left arm to the sky. Back down. So that right hand's never going to move off the block. Remember, we're still just moving that left side of the body. Left arm up, bring it down. Left leg up, bring it down. Can you use your left glute to lift your leg off the sky, to the sky? Good. Belly button still pulling into the spine, rib cage still kissing. Breathing with control. Moving with control. Can the hips stay really, really high? Good. Last one here, bring the arm up to the sky, drop it down, and take your right knee to the floor. Left leg goes to the sky for your push-up. Tuck your left toes, straighten your right leg, left leg to the sky for a kick. Drop the right knee, left leg to the sky, push-up, tuck the left toes, straighten the right leg, left leg, kick. It's always the left leg. Drop the right knee, use your left leg, push-up. Tuck the left toes, take your right knee off the floor, left leg again, kick it. Right? How can you make sure it's always the left leg that gets to move? You're just going to bend and straighten the right leg so it acts like a kickstand. Straighten your kickstand out, left leg to the sky, drop your kickstand. Left leg to the sky, push up. Now let's use the leg. Straighten out the right leg. Good. Kick. Beautiful. Now drop your right knee to the floor, take your left leg up in line with your hip, and we just have push-ups here. Keeping the right hand on the block, left hand to the floor. I don't know what I was doing there. Just push-ups. Good. Keep that left leg up. Belly button to the spine, rib cage to the spine as you lower and as you lift. I don't want to see you arching your back, and I don't want to see you pushing your belly out, so can you make your adjustments? Can the left heel come a little higher so that your glute is more active? Make your glute burn, 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 burn. Good. Okay, now let's lay down on our right hip. We're going to take the block in front of us to place the left hand on top of the block. Drop down onto your right elbow, and let's do some side leg raises. Legs lift up to the sky as you roll back to press into your glute, and then roll back onto your hip. We're kind of rock and rolling here, staying long through the body, not collapsing to the floor ever. You feel light as a feather as you lift the legs because it's coming from your core. Good. Pressing into your forearm. We're familiar with what we've been doing, what we are doing now because we've done it before, right? So we're moving with a lot more intention and awareness. And good. Can this come so intentional that you move extremely slow, never using momentum? Please don't ever use momentum when we're moving together, unless it calls for it. Now drop that block to the floor, take your left hand on top of it to press into it, straighten out your right arm, walk your hand away from your shoulder so that you can have space to drop your right elbow to the floor and lift it back up. Now those feet are hovering off the floor, right? They're never touching because you're a seesaw. As you drop down onto your elbow, your legs lift a little bit. As you lift the elbow, your legs drop a little bit, but they never touch the floor. And what's keeping you is pressing your left hand into that block for more stability. Keeping that belly button to your spine. Finding control as you move. Very beautiful. Good. Can the legs lift a little higher? Can you move with a little more control? Last 3 coming up. Good. Keeping that core engaged. Last one, you're going to drop on that elbow, stay there, twist to have your chest look at the sky. Bring your left foot to the floor, keep your left knee bent, right leg straight. Now take your left arm off the floor, press the hips to the sky by pressing into your right hand. Keep that right leg straight as you lift the hips up off the floor, straighten your left arm. Now step it in to drop your booty to the floor. Step it out, lift, bring it in to drop. That left shoulder is staying pulled back, and the right one, the one you're putting all your weight in, really make sure you're pulling your shoulder blade back and down, being so mindful of your posture. Good. Belly button to your spine. And that was it. Good. Turn around. Let's grab our booty band, bring it over the knees. I know that one almost feels impossible, but it wasn't for too long, and that's how we make sure we strengthen it and not weaken it. Staying in all fours, let's take the block over to the right side, bring your right hand on top of the block, straighten out your left leg, and lift that left leg off the floor by using your beautiful, beautiful glute. Okay, now that left hand, you can have it flat on the floor, or you can turn it into a ball, a fist, whatever feels right to you. Good. Now we're really getting acquainted with lifting from the glute, talking to the glute, using the glute, rather than just kicking your leg up. It's very easy for me just to lift and drop my leg, but can you put pressure into the band to lift the leg? Now let's move the block to the side. Keep that intention into that left leg, but now add the right arm. As the leg lifts, so does the arm. Straight leg, straight arm, and then lower them back down at the same exact time, just the fingernails and the toenails tapping the floor. Again, you can ball up your left fist or keep your palm flat on the floor, whatever feels right to you, whatever helps you keep your core engaged and your spine long. Good. Remember to use the band to press into it. Finding that length in the spine as you lift. Beautiful. Really good control here. Can you move a little slower? And now wrap that right arm behind your back and pulse that left leg up and down. Good, from the glute. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Beautiful. Let's take the block over to the left side of the mat. We come up to stand and we fix our band if we need to. Left foot goes on top of the blocks. Take your right toes behind you. You stretch the band and step the foot back as much as you can without shifting your weight. Step it back in line with the box. Take it back and forward without shifting your weight. Keep pressing very, 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 very hard into that left heel and keep a micro bend in your left knee. Without that bend, your left glute is not going to feel anything, and we want it to, right? We're doing everything we can to feel the glute, so do the things you need to do to feel it. Okay, last one here, step it back. Now we have just that lunge, bending at the knees, pushing the hips back, and then use your left glute to stand back up. Now when I say use it, that means that's the muscle that you squeeze and think about to lift yourself back up from that lunge. Push your hips back and pull your hips forward by squeezing that glute. Good. The arms can make this beautiful circular motion as you're moving. It just helps me move with more control and awareness of my entire body. Digging that left heel a little harder. And if you're using that band today, make sure that you're pushing your knees out into the band. Good. Now let's add that step out. It's 1 good lunge. Come back up to stand. Step the foot out to the right. Bring it back to center and lunge. 1 good lunge. Come back up. Step it out to the right, center, and lunge. Good. Belly button is pulling into the spine. Lower back is rounded. You're digging that left heel very hard. And guess what? You're breathing really slow and controlled. That left booty cheek should be burning. And I hope so, because you're looking for it and you're doing everything possible to stay in the burn, right? Good. Okay, last 2 coming up, so make sure you're really staying where you feel it the most. We're not shying away from it, right? Good. 1 lunge, slowly come up, step out to the right, back to center, and lunge. Okay, now we're going to start to add this curtsy lunge into the picture. So take that right foot all the way over to cross behind the left, drop down into a lunge. Come back up and bring that right knee into your chest. Good. Slowly step back. You have your knees in line with each other as you curtsy, as you bow down, and then come back up. Digging very hard into that left heel. I like to bring my arms up just so I feel the length in my body and I don't collapse. That means I'm not rounding my back. I'm not shrinking. Just because I'm going low and getting into that lunge does not mean I shrink my spine, does not shrink anything, my neck, nothing. Length, lifting to the sky. Good. Now, if that band is not letting you bring the knee into the chest, that's okay. That is secondary. The whole point is to really burn the left glute. So just do what you can. Good. As you're moving, start to do a little body scan and notice, how does this feel different from the right leg that we were working before? Do I feel a little whimsy in this left leg? Maybe stronger? Maybe I have to push my left knee out a little bit more into the band so I have more control. Maybe you have to go a little slower. Maybe there's more intention in your breathing so that you can continue doing this without falling. And if you do feel like falling, how much slower and more controlled can you move so that you don't fall? Right? Like, I'm not just doing this because I'm great at it. I think that it's challenging for everyone, but I am being so mindful and intentional and present that throughout the shakes, I'm moving through them and with them rather than fighting them, if that makes sense. Good. Now keep that right foot behind and let's still crossing the legs like curtsy. We're going to lift the right leg up to the sky, drop it back down. Make sure those knees are right behind each other. So left knee right in front of the right. They're crossed as you lift and lower the leg. Lifting the arms with the leg, lowered back down with control. You have a light bend in your left knee and your left glute is burning. Fire, fuego. Good. You're lifting from the right glute, but the burn is coming from the left. Beautiful. Spine longer, neck longer. Belly button tighter to your spine. Don't lose that. Good. Find the breath. Now stay up with the arm, with the leg. Pulse the leg for 5. Oh, my camera's leaving. 4. Good. Pulsing for 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Good. Okay. Let's take the band back over the knees. Make your adjustments. Take the block short ways and bring your heels up onto the block like you have stiletto heels, 5-inch heels. Toes are on the floor. Keep your heels on. We drop down into a squat. Push your booty back. Come back up and then get low, low, low. Try to tap your butt to the box. Press back, squat, then deep squat, butt to the floor. Good. Now, as you're going into the regular squat, arms go forward in front of you. Come back in. Arms go up overhead to drop into your deep squat. So regular squat, drop the hips back. Come back up. Arms come up as you drop your booty down to counteract what you're doing. Good. Hips go back. Arms go forward. Hips come back in. Reset. Arms go up. Booty goes down. Come back up. Reset. Good. Arms go forward, hips go back, counteract what you're doing, come back in, booty to the floor, arms to the sky, get deep, counteract it. Good. Knees are pushing into the band to make sure that you are stable and in control of what you're doing. Good. Drop down, sit down, and relax. Good. Let's set our booty onto the block and bring your arms back behind you, fingertips point away from you. Legs are long and heels are on the floor. Drop your head back behind you, chin to the sky, neck being opened up to the sky, like you want the sun to beam onto your chest. Now walk back in and take the block to your lower back. Lay all the way back down, shoulders hit the floor, head hits the floor, and scoot the block if you need to, and bring your knees into your chest. So it's on that tailbone. And take the band off if you haven't already. And let's spread the knees out wide, keeping the heels together on the floor. And bring the arms up overhead for a nice hip opener. Releasing of the lower back. This one feels so, so, so good. Now bring the knees back into your chest and take your right foot over your left knee and pull the left leg in towards your chest by holding onto the back of your left leg and pulling it in towards you as you push your right knee away from you. Now drop the left foot to the floor, take your right foot to go through the right leg and push your right knee down into the floor to open up your right hip. So the right foot is through over to the left. The right knee is pushing down into the floor and you're pressing your right hip to the sky and your back into the block. Good. Breathing into that hip. Let's drop the right foot back to the floor. Other side. Left foot over the right knee. Take your foot off the floor to bring your right knee into your chest and push your left knee away from you with your mind. Good. Drop the right foot to the floor. Take the left foot through and drop it to the floor. And keep pushing your left knee down into the floor and pushing your left hip to the sky to open up and stretch the left hip. Good. Bring it back in and remove the block from beneath your back. Take it to the side. Bring your knees into your chest and rock yourself side to side, massaging, putting pressure on the left side and then the right, and slowly come up. Turn around and let's get into an extended child's pose. You're going to take your hands on top of the block, push your hips back, and drop your booty towards your heels. Good. Armpits are stretching to the floor, chest is stretching to the floor, and now walk the block a little closer and take your elbows to the block. Think your triceps to the block. Fingertips are touching overhead and try to stretch your armpits and your chest to the floor, booty to the sky, you're arching your back. Puppy stretch. Breathing into that. Good. Roll yourself on up. Keep the knees bent. Sit your glutes towards your heels and let's stretch a little bit. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Drop the right fingertips to the floor. Stretch your left arm over to the right. Come back to center, arms up overhead. Left arm to the floor, right arm over to the left. Arms back up to the sky, palms together to your chest. And you are done. Mwah! So good today.